Hi, my name's John Price, and this video is about competitive bidding and the strategy of bidding to the level of fit. So, how do you bid to the level of fit? First, let's explain what the context will be to do that. It should be when you're responding either to a week 2 from your partner or a week 3 from your partner or an overcall from your partner. Now, the first 2 of those, bidding a week 2 and a week 3, tells you your partner has got a weak hand. Though you do know how many of the suit that they bid they should have. Week 2, 6. Week 3, 7. An overcall might be weak. It's 8 points or more, but it might only be 8, though it might be more. However, again, you sort of know how many of the suit they're going to bid, because it has to be at least 5. So that's one context. But there's another thing. You don't have an opening hand. So you've probably got 11 points or less. And that might actually be a lot less. Now have a think about it. Remember, the first 2 of the 3 contexts for your partner's hand is a week 2 or a week 3. A weak hand. And even with an overcall, that could be a weak hand. And you don't have an opening hand, so you've got a relatively weak hand. So, hang on a minute. Your partner's got a weak hand, probably. You've got a weak hand, probably. And yet, you're going to do something called bidding to the level of fit. That's the recommendation. You've got to bid to the level of fit. But it still hasn't explained what bidding to the level of fit is. Okay, here it is. The level of fit is this. You add the amount of trumps from your partner's hand to the amount of trumps in your own hand. Yes. Then bid to this many tricks. Does that make any sense? Let's have a look at an example. Say, for example, your partner opens 2 spades. Well, that should be a weak 2 spades. But the critical thing is, when they open 2 spades, your partner's got 6 spades. Now you look at your own hand. Imagine you've got 3 spades. Okay, 6 from your partner, 3 from you. 6 add 3 is 9. Yes. And 9 tricks. Aha! 9 tricks means a contract of 3 spades, because for 3 spades, you need 9 tricks. I see. 9 tricks means bidding 3 spades. Do you get it? Well, let's look at some examples. But before we do, here's a question. How many points should you have to do this bidding to the level of fit? Well, do you remember the first slide? It says you've got less than an opening hand. So you haven't got a great hand. But how much less are you allowed to have? The answer is anything less. What? Even 0 points? You can't be. Oh my goodness, the answer is most definitely yes. Now listen to this. It's a bit incredible. And I realize that for this video, perhaps I'm moving away from things that you perhaps can't really take on board. Well, just give me some moments here. The thing is, the less you've got means the more the opponents have. Look, if your partner's got a weak hand and you've got a really weak hand, then golly, the opponents must have a big hand. And yet, we're suggesting with this strategy that you're making a quite big bid. And that will be really annoying. And it will be getting in the way of your opponents finding what they should be getting, a nice, juicy contract. Now that's beginning to make some sort of sense. You like it. You're getting in the way of your opponents finding a good contract. That's got to be classed as lovely. Let's have a look at some examples. Okay. Not a really inspiring hand, is it? You've got 6 high card points. And it isn't your deal. I tell you what's happened. The opponents are North and South, and North got to bid first and has opened 1 diamond. Your partner, East, has bid 1 spade. That's an overcall. An overcall is, at the 1 level, is 8 points or more. But it also means 5 spades or more. Now, South responds to their partner by going 2 clubs. Now, hang on a minute. North opened 1 diamond and South has responded 2 clubs. That's at the 2 level. That says South has got 10 points or more. North has got 12 points or more because they've opened. So for sure, North and South have got the majority of the points. At the very least, they've got 22. Could be a lot more. Your partner might only have 8 points, and you've got a miserable 6. But wait a minute. That means then you're falling into the right context that's just been described. In this case here, you've got a weak hand. Your partner may be weakish, but the critical thing is, you know they've got at least 5 spades, and you have got 4 spades. 5 add 4 is 9, and 9 converts to, are you ready for it? 3 spades. Oh, now this is beginning to get delightful. If you can get away with this, what do the opponents do now? They're going to have to bid at the 3 level, I beg your pardon, at the 4 level in diamonds or clubs, or possibly they might even have hearts and they haven't even mentioned that yet. What will they do? Most annoying. This is the principle of bidding to the level of fit. Here's another context. Same hand, but this time your partner had dealt and your partner's opened 2 spades. Now that's a weak 2. Goodness, now your partner definitely has got a weak hand. 6 to 9 points. Gosh, it might be as low as 6, and you've only got 6. It could be that the opponents have got between them, 6 from your partner, 6 from you, that's 12. They could have 28 points. In fact, South has done a really good bid here, doubling that weak 2 spades. Is saying to partner, come on, I can support, I've got an opening hand, and I can support any of the other 3 suits. Give us a bid. So what are you going to do? Are you going to pass on this and let them move on from their double of 2 spades to find the right contract? No, you're not. Your partner has opened 2 spades, so they have exactly 6 spades. What sort of spades? Whatever, as you define your weak 2 spades, the critical thing is they've got 6, and you have got 4. Aha, 6 plus 4 is 10, and 10 converts to, wait for it, 4 spades. Oh, what joy here. I'm really warming to this now, and I use it anyway. 2 spades, followed by 4 spades, and the poor old opponents have not really suggested any suit yet. They could bid on, but jolly difficult. They could W, but that would be a bit dodgy. They don't know how bad your hand is because it might even be 11. So, and they know that you and your partner between you have got lots of spades. So doubling could be pretty dodgy. And, they may not do that. This is a great strategy. Let's try it again. Now, this is an even worse hand. 5 miserable points. You're certainly not going to open. What are you going to do with this? But you don't have to do anything just yet. It's your partner who dealt. And your partner, lo and behold, bids 3 hearts. That's a preemptive bid. It's a weak 3 hearts. And it's saying, partner, I've got a weak hand, 6 to 9 points, but I've got 7 hearts. Now, South has done a great bid. Anything up to the 3 level, you can do a take out double. And South is saying, I've got an opening hand. I'm not being put off by the opponents going 3 hearts. Partner, I can support any of the other 3 suits. And so North will deal with that, except you are now going to do a bid to the level of fit. 7 from your partner, definitely. 3 from you. 7 plus 3 is 10. And so you're going to bid 4 hearts. Now, the opponents may well go on from there, and perhaps they'll bid 4 spades. But they have to take some risks. They wanted to have a very nice, calm conversation as they build up to the right contract. And you've got in there first, and you've spoiled things for them. That's got to be lovely. One more example. 3, 4, 7 points. Not an inspiring hand. And what's going to happen here? Oh, your partner's got the deal and has opened 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds is a weak 3, saying I've got 6 to 9 points and 7 diamonds. South, not surprisingly, has doubled. And now you do this. 7 from your partner, 4 diamonds from yourself. 7 plus 4 is 11. Just wait for it. A bid of 5 diamonds is the correct bid if you can bring yourself to doing this strategy of bidding to the level of fit. It's an easy bid to understand, but why on earth could it be a good strategy? Does this really work? Well, the critical thing before we're discussing does it or does it not is to understand that whether it works or not, it's really, really easy to actually do. You've just got to add 2 numbers up and convert that to a bid which is called bidding to the level of fit. And true, it occasionally can be a huge disaster, particularly if you are vulnerable and the opponents are not, and it just doesn't work out. There's no guarantee on this one, so there will be the occasional huge disaster. But to compensate, there are also great rewards because you've really interrupted the nice bidding that the opponents expected to do. And that makes it really difficult for them. Maybe they go too far and they bid too high, and then you into bonuses. Maybe they do W and you go down, but they could have got more points by getting their contract, and so you'll do well again, especially if you're playing duplicate bridge. Now, this isn't a weird idea that I'm proposing because I've invented it. No, you can get onto the internet if you like, and you'll find the top teachers in your country, top teachers of bridge, recommend this strategy of bidding to the level of fit. In England, at the present time, we're talking about people like Andrew Robson or Bernard McGee. They recommend bidding to the level of fit. It's not just my idea. Oh, now why does it work? Why is it a good strategy? Well, it's difficult. It seems an utterly reckless strategy. And trying to explain it, that's going to be difficult. But this isn't a brand new idea. A Frenchman called Burns, in the 1950s, spotted that a lot of bridge hands followed a law called the law of total tricks. Now, I put law in inverted commas because it's not like a physics law that always happens. He noticed that usually bridge hands followed this law, though not always. And what it means is that if you can accept this law, then one of the consequences of this particular law is the strategy of bidding to the level of fit. If the law of total tricks really does work, then bidding to the level of fit is good. And so it is. But to be honest, who cares why it works? This is an outrageous video here. I'm going to say to you folks, just try it. It's great fun. On the occasions when it's a disaster, you and your partner have got to laugh that one through. Because believe me, in the long run, it's a great strategy to bid to the level of fit. Thank you for listening.